Hey there, so watch the girl in the back. She just picks up my cup, and now she's about to drop in something into my cup right there. You see that? And now she's about to look in there. Yep, it's in there. So yeah, I met these two girls like a block away, just in the plaza right there in Cartagena, Colombia. That's little barrio. The neighborhood there is called Getsemani. It's a nice little area. Here we are again. Let's check it out again. She picks up my cup and pops it right in there. You can see. Definitely put something in my drink and it's looking.
Todas las noches. Sí, sí, sí. Vamos a brindar, vamos a brindar. Ojos, ojos lindos. You saying I've been roofied? You sure? You saw it. Serious? Dang. Really?
Colombia sees over 6 million tourists, with the United States being the top source country in the world. Colombia is best known by tourists for its scenic beauty, its beautiful women, and electric nightlife. But on the flip side, it's also known for tourists being drugged and waking up hog-tied with their pockets cleaned out. And despite the countless testimonials online of tourists being victimized by Colombian criminals, tourists still flock to Colombia in droves because of the vibrant nightlife and the cheap food and entertainment. But what if I told you I had an alternative where the food and entertainment was just as cheap, the country was even more beautiful, and it was a lot less likely you'd be drugged and kidnapped? Well, that alternative is Guatemala. These are the 5 reasons you should visit Guatemala instead of Colombia. Reason number 1, Guatemala is a less crowded alternative to Colombia. The vast majority of the 6 million tourists that visit Colombia every year are concentrated in Bogota, Medellin, and Cartagena. These cities can get so crowded at times, tourists sometimes even find themselves standing shoulder to shoulder with other tourists in bars and restaurants, and it can become so crowded it even limits what you can do and where you can go. Guatemala only sees 3 million tourists between its 3 major cities, and it offers a more intimate experience between the culture, nature, and the history of the country. And a higher concentration of tourists also attracts criminals. The number 2 reason to visit Guatemala instead of Colombia is Guatemala offers a less predictable travel experience. I don't know if we have passport bros to thank for this or not, but a large portion of the entertainment associated with Colombian tourism has to do with bar hopping, drugs, and tricking off. So the stigma attached to Colombia is if you travel to Colombia for tourism, you can expect to partake in one of those 3. On the other hand, Guatemala offers a wide variety of forms of entertainment, including hiking, exploring ancient Mayan ruins, and also offers some nighttime entertainment like bars and clubs. I mentioned in a previous video that a lot of tourists that are traveling to these third world countries are traveling there to partake in illegal activity. And naturally, the people that you're encountering for these illegal activities are criminals. So you're actually going to these countries to seek out people who are looking to rob tourists. Reason number 3 to why you should visit Guatemala instead of Colombia are the landscapes. Guatemala has 37 volcanoes, with 3 being active. And hiking the country's volcanoes are one of the most popular activities with tourists. It also has Lake Atitlan, which is world renowned for its deep blue water, the surrounding Mayan villages, and it also surrounded by 3 of Guatemala's most prominent volcanoes. And a good portion of the beautiful scenery in Guatemala can be seen in the city of Antigua.
Ever get to a place and immediately think, why isn't everyone talking about this? Hey, I'm Kyla, and this is another Travel Noir hidden gem. Ding! We are exploring Antigua, Guatemala. To get here, you'll want to fly into Guatemala City, and then you take a 1-hour drive to Antigua. This UNESCO World Heritage Site feels like stepping back in time. Cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, and 3 volcanoes surrounding the city. Here's what you cannot miss: Central Park, the Santa Catalina Arch, Altamira, the ruins, the markets, and even chocolate making workshops. Aside from that, you can just walk the streets, sip Guatemalan coffee, and soak in the history. Antigua is rich in culture and heritage, with welcoming people and stunning accommodations. And yes, you can hike a volcano while you're here. Save this and tag someone you do it all with.
So number 4 is the ancient Mayan culture and ruins. Guatemala has one of the largest indigenous populations in Latin America at 6.5 million, and that's about 44% of the country's population. Guatemala offers a genuine connection to Mayan history, which it's preserved in its ancient cities like Tikal, which don't exist in Colombia.
Wait for it. Here we are. Welcome to the Temple of the Jaguar. This is the most iconic temple in Tikal, the symbol, the landmark of Guatemala and the Mayan civilization. What's really cool about this is that they've only excavated half of the pyramid. And so half of it is covered like in this mound of earth. And that's how it was found. It was just overtaken by the jungle. I mean, that's true with all of Tikal. But they left half of it unexcavated so that you could see how it was when they recently found it. I mean, recently in terms of how old it is. And then uncovered the other half with the pyramids, with the steps. Here we go. Wow, pretty steep steps. Canopy of jungle, rainforest. That's beautiful, and that's what I'm talking about. You can see here, this is excavated, and here's where the mound of earth is.
And that was Mark Weens. He does a lot of great work in the travel space. If you're not familiar with his work, go to his page, Mark Weens Abroad, and check him out. Reason number 5 is Guatemala is a more compact traveling experience than Colombia. All of the wonders of Guatemala can easily be explored in one trip. All of the volcanoes, ancient ruins, and Antigua can be explored in one trip without having to travel an enormous distance like in Colombia. Bogota to Medellin alone is 8 hours and 50 minutes by car. And if you were to travel from Bogota, the capital city, to Cartagena, that's 16 and a half hours by car. If you made it this far into the video, hopefully I've convinced you to reconsider your trip to Colombia and consider a trip to Guatemala. I made this video because recently a lot of tourists have been victims of violent and financial crimes, and I wanted to offer a safer alternative. And by no means is this video intended to demonize the Colombian people or Colombian women. I just want to offer a warning to tourists and tell them to stay on their toes when they get there, because a lot of these crimes have been concentrated in these 3 major cities in Colombia. And if you were wondering what happened to the tourist after he found out his drink was spiked, here's the rest of that clip. If you want an extended video of what happened in that situation, go to Solo Loco's page and check him out. He also does great work.
You saying I've been roofied? You sure? I saw it. Serious? Dang. Really?
Después de que cierran todo esto a las 12 de la noche, hay un after party.
¿Sí?
47.
La
Piscina.
música.
Música, bebida, piscina.
Sí, ok, voy al baño. Ahorita vuelvo.
¿Por qué vas tanto al baño?
Ah, primera vez. I go to the toilet. Let's do it. Not worth the risk. Goodbye, beer. Adios. This is a good stream.
All right, so if you liked the video and you love to travel, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you for watching.